It's a big deal to all of us because we're so proud of our golf course and our club that it's nice to be able to showcase it for people who a lot of times don't have, even though these are the best golfers in the state, pretty exclusive place and don't have access to it. So they're very excited to be here, and we're excited to show it off. And this is a golf course it's a great members course, but it's also a good tournament course. So it'll be fun. I mean, the staff, that's all we've been talking about is, what the winning score is going to be, what the cut's going to be, what our members are going to shoot. We've got kind of a cool thing going on where we've got two of our caddies that are playing in the tournament, Carlson Cook and Miles Shaughnessy, and we've got one of our outside service guys, Ben Broderick, playing. So that's kind of cool. And we've got 7 members playing too. So we've got a lot of interest in it. It's exciting for our staff. We just sent out the request for volunteers to our membership. We've had a great response. Our club embraces championships like this and look forward to hosting them. It has, and it's great for recruiting staff and keeping staff engaged. It was great for it's a whole different relationship with the staff and the membership with events like that. You're kind of working together, and it's a lot of fun. That was great for morale, and hosting events like this is good for morale. The course is in really good shape. The turf quality is fantastic. Our golf course superintendent, Eric McPherson, and his crew do a phenomenal job. The things that will be challenging for the players, the unlevel lies on the approach shots. The greens they won't be, I don't think they'll be super fast, but they'll have some pace to them, and the undulations are challenging. Our bunkers are visually intimidating, but they're really, they've got steep faces, but the ball usually rolls down to the bottom, and visually they're very intimidating, but actually the quality of the sand is so good, the maintenance is so good that would be a problem. It'll be interesting to see some of the different tees they're going to play. I think they're going to mix the tees up a little bit over the 4 days, and number 8 is a killer from the back tees. It's 480 yards, and during the Senior Open there was a couple of days the prevailing south wind was into the players, and a lot of players couldn't reach it. And 18 is from the back tee is very hard. It's 450 from back there, and the driving area is kind of small, and something that I think is a challenge here is with the trees and the valleys and stuff, that wind gets kind of swirling around, and club selection is very difficult, and your ball curving with the wind. It'll be interesting to see what happens, and if history kind of repeats itself, where it's a high score that wins, like it was last time we hosted at 9 over. I don't think it will be, but it'll be interesting. Especially people that aren't from this area, they come thinking that Nebraska is going to be very flat, and so the undulations are going to catch them off guard a little bit. The trees catch them off guard. A lot of times people just look at the yardage and think, it can't really be that hard. And people come off the course and they're always very impressed, and it's a fun golf course to play. It's not easy, but it's a lot of fun to play, and typically they respond about it didn't look like they thought it was going to, but that they always have had a great time. Totally agree with you. I think all the par 3s are very challenging here. 3 and 15 will play well over 200 yards. 5 is 190 from the back tee, but the green is very challenging. 7 that's probably going to vary a little bit. 175 probably a couple days, 190 a couple days, but the greens very subtle with the breaks, and if you hit it when the pin's on the back, we've got a runoff area. It's very narrow to the back, so a lot of balls kind of funnel to the runoff area. 11 is, I think the most it's going to play is 170, but you got the elevation change there. You got the wind. Club selection is very hard. The green's not huge. With if you miss it to the greenside bunker on the right, it's really hard to even keep it on the green going back, and so people kind of favor the left side. The runoff area is very interesting because you can hit flop shots there. You can use a hybrid. You can putt it, but it's the par 3s are very good. Right? Yeah, the par 5s for the long hitters will be they can all be reached in 2. And I would agree with you that, and I think on 13 they're going to use a back tee a couple times, but the long hitters can still get there. They're going to move it up a couple sets for where the long hitters will probably not even get a driver, but everyone will be able to reach it. But it's the area around the green is challenging, and it's not, even though you got to get around the green, it's not a guaranteed birdie. 14 during the Senior Open, I was shocked because I thought they would really have an easy time with 14 and played 17 during the Senior Open, but the driving's not that difficult with the second shot. It's pretty severe uphill. The club selection is very hard. You can't really feel the wind down below, and that green is subtly very difficult. So, yeah, I was surprised. The scores were not. There were a lot of bogeys on 14. I never thought that they would have any trouble at all with that hole. My memories of competition are more friendships I made, relationships developed playing. I remember, the people that were so kind to me playing junior golf, the people that volunteered their time. Betty Marchese and Bobby Reynolds, and just the people that were the relationships that you develop over the years because of tournaments. And tournaments in general are just, I heard Jack mention, competition's fun, and it's interesting, and it creates a whole other atmosphere, whether you're playing it or just a part of it. I read about them, but like Jack said, we've had a lot of good players that are more kind of, in my memory, Tom Olson has had an incredible career. Pat Duffy is a fabulous player. Jack Deasing, what he's accomplished is to win, club championships in 4 decades is very impressive. We've had a lot of something that the club's proud of, all the college players that have come through the club, and 2 of them are in the field this next week. Tommy and John Gross are playing, and it's going to be very cool to have them back here. And it's very, I think it's very impressive that our club has the representation we have in the field next week, and guys that are going to do well, or could very easily do well.